welcome back to the tutor class, and this is a discussion for booklet number 4, the 12 types of heuristic problem sum concept. And this is a very interesting question, so please try to follow and we can solve this. Let's look at here. Now, the cost of a cookie was 1 over 2, the cost of a sandwich. So I know that now we're talking about the cost. There's a cookie, there's a sandwich, and I know the cost is 1, 2, 2. And here continues to say that a muffin costs twice that of a sandwich. So I know the muffin is twice of it. So I know if it's 2, here will be 4. Now, this is now talking all about the cost. And now here continues says that Mr. Lee spent 4 over 7 of his money on 16 cookies and 12 sandwiches. And he used 4 over 5 of his remaining money to buy 5 muffins and more sandwiches. So I know it's a bit complicated, but no worry, let's just write down. Now, we are talking about now part of money, or we are talking about the spending now. Mr. Lee now have actually many spending now. This is the first spending, okay? Let me just write down here first, which he spent all of it, then stop here, then he have the second spending here. So let's try to write down here. This is the first spending. Let me just write down first spending. And first spending is used 4 over 7 of his money. And this is for 16 cookies and 12 sandwiches. Now, after that, he used 4 over 5 of his remaining money. Now, this is for second spending. And what is interesting is that he used 4 over 5 of his remaining money. You know that just now we spent 4 over 7. So the remaining money should be 3 over 7. So we need to times 4 over 5 here. And that will be the second spending. And he used that to buy 5 muffins. Let me just write the 5 muffins. And more sandwiches. So I don't know how many more. So I didn't just put a big box here. More sandwiches. Okay. Now, we just put here, stop here. And let's try to figure out and solve some of the things here first. I know that second spending is 3 over 7 times 4 over 5. So I know here will be 12 over 35. 35 is the total basically. And 12 is the second spending. Then let me just try to make it the same. I times 5 here, times 5 here to make it 20 over 35. So I know again 35 is the amount that I have. 20 is what I spent on the first spending. Okay. Now, if you look carefully on the next part A here, he says that how many more cookies can Mr. Lee buy with the rest of his money? Now, there's a third spending here. Let me just write down here. There's a third spending here. And this third spending is talking about rest of the money. Now, I know that 35 is the total money I have. I spent 20 here. I spent 12 here. So what I left here will be 35 minus 20 minus 12. 35 minus 20 minus 12. So it's actually 3. It means that what he actually left for this is only 3 out of 35. And he need to use that money to buy what? To buy more cookies. So I know it's more cookies. But I don't know how many more. Now, we are so far arranged all the information nicely here. And let me just quickly explain again what is this for. This is talking about the part of money. This is talking about the part of money. This is talking about the part of money. And what we still haven't find out is the cost of the money. The cost of the money. Okay. Now, this is the cost, okay? Let me just quickly write down here as 1 unit, 2 unit, 4 unit. Now, let's try to look at here. First spending 16 cookies. Now, 16 cookies is how many cost? What is the cost? I know 1 cookies is 1 unit. So 16 unit will be 16 cookies will be 16 unit. Sandwich is 2 unit. So I know 12 sandwiches will be 24 unit. Is that clear? Makes sense, right? And 12 sandwiches give us what? 12 sandwiches actually give us 24, right? So if you add up together, 16 unit plus 24 unit, I know is 40 unit. This is the total cost for our first spending. Okay. Let's try to write down here 5 muffins. 5 muffins. 1 muffin is 4 unit. So 5 muffins will be 20 unit. Okay, we are basically done. For the blank one, we don't know, so we can't do anything. Okay, but what is interesting is we know that 20 over 35 is actually equivalent to 40 unit. Okay, so makes sense, right? So let's try to write down here. I know 20 over 35 is equal to 40 unit, right? So 1 out of 35 will be 40 divided by 20. 40 divided by 20. So I know it's equal to 2 unit. Or let me just write down 2 units straight away for you. 2 unit. Okay. Then if I want to know the total amount of money, it will be 35 times 2 unit. Okay, but I don't need to find that. Let's try to find. How about 12 unit over 35? Now I know here is 12 over 35, right? Then I will know my second spending is how much. 12 over 35, it will be 12 times 2. Then I know it's actually 12 times 2, and I basically 24 unit. So I know here is 24 unit. Now, once I know here is 24 unit, for sure I know that the sandwiches here will be 4 unit, right? Now, sandwiches is 2 unit 1. If I have 4 unit, I know that I actually have 2. Now, case off, let's continue. The next third spending, 3 over 35. Now, I know 1 over 35 is 2 unit. How about 3 over 35? Basically, 3 times 2. So I know it's actually 6 unit. Then if I know here is 6 unit, I know here will be 6 unit. Now, if here is 6 unit, then how many cookies? Again, I know cookies is 1 for 1 unit. So if I have 6 unit, I know I have 6 cookies. Now, once we done this one, let's look at the question again. Here asks, how many more cookies Mr. Lee can buy with the rest of his money, which is third spending? The answer is A, 6 cookies. This is what we found here in the third spending. Now, the second question, how many sandwiches did Mr. Lee buy in all? Now, sandwiches, look at here. I know that I have 12 sandwiches on the first spending. I have 2 sandwiches on the second spending. For third spending, I don't have anything. I don't have any sandwiches, sorry. Okay, so it's 12 plus 2. B, I know there's actually 14 sandwiches. So once you're able to find all this, now you are settled and you are done for this question. So I hope you learned something from this question. This question is definitely a very interesting question, but it's not that hard if you go by step, okay? So I hope this will help you and learn something. Thank you and all the best. See you. Bye-bye.